Oh, that's not it. I'm pot man because I washed pots up at Commons yeah, it was, what was the name of the cafeteria? Sagadani Room in Hamilton. That's why I was pot man. I didn't smoke pot until freshman in high school in college. So those are nicknames. The other thing I want to talk about very briefly is our teachers. Let's talk about our teachers. So we're going to talk about each other after this. Now, our teacher, I remember that a lot of teachers had taglines.
Oh, yeah.
Things that they would say pretty much every day.
Mr. Says.
I think I've memorized these, but I want to be sure I get everybody. So what I'm going to do is give a tagline and see if you guys can remember who it is. I'm going to start with a very easy one. Heck. This is easy. So if you get who the teacher is, yell it out. It's an easy one. Take out your Talk sheets.
Gee.
Mr. Yee. Biology. He said that every time we went into class.
T-Talk? Wait, what do these call them?
Turtok sheets.
Turtalk.
They were Turtok. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
That was the name on the top of them. There was a template or something.
Biology.
All right. All right. Who, when this teacher said something very important that you knew would be on the test, or that she knew would be on the test, but she looked at a class that was half asleep with pens basically glued to the desk, nobody moving, would say, "Get it in your notes." Anybody? Miss Midge.
Oh my God.
Ninth
Yes.
grade social studies.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Miss Midge.
She was the first teacher that taught me, and I'm sure
Yeah.
all of us, that, oh, we should be taking notes during
Yeah,
the lunch.
that's right.
She demanded it, yeah. Okay. You, my boy, get a 0.
That's Guido.
Bessie Adams.
Bessie Adams.
Bessie.
That's right.
Oh my God.
I hope she's in heaven. She teach modern math in 7th grade. And not only did she say that, but there was I remember, but as an aside, there was an arsenal of spitball shooters in Bessie Adams' class. And the poor woman, she was very old when we had her. And whenever she would turn and get on the board, do some stuff on the board, we would go.
Oh.
And then she would erase all the spitballs off the board, never said a word. Well, as we got better at it, more accurate, we went after that clock. You know, those big clocks that were up on the wall. Well, so when she turned her back one time, by the end of the class, you couldn't tell what time it was. The poor person, oh my God. Okay. Who started their lecture with, "Today"?
Sarge Warrior.
Yes. Sarge Warrior,
Good job.
Western
Wow.
Civ.
You were paying
"Today." There's always a little lisp in there.
Tom, you're hot.
Very good, Tom. You were attentive.
He was
He was very
attentive. He's the
attentive.
only one
Yeah.
paying attention.
Who would say empirical evidence suggests? Or rational empiricism?
Bernie?
Yes, Bernie Flaherty. Bernie Flaherty.
Yes.
Yep, very good. Here's my last
Waiting for
one.
war stories from Brian.
Oh. See, we're prompting ourselves to do some stories. When he would introduce when this teacher would introduce a new idea,
Yeah.
I have a notion.
Yeah, I know what that is.
You do, it's on the tip of your tongue.
Norm.
isn't it?
Norm what?
I have a notion,
This-
Azalea?
close.
No.
It was Mr. Sacco,
Yeah.
Oh,
Earth Science.
Right. Tony.
science.
And he said that just before he lit out of the classroom like a bullet after a mysterious person strategically placed a couple of drops of acid on his chair. I was there, Judy Mutt, her Danik was there,
God.
and he shot out of that class so fast. To this day, it remains a mystery
Was it?
on who
Yes.
Are you
tracked
gonna
that
reveal
acid.
it? Are you gonna reveal it today?
No, absolutely. I think I know. I will not reveal it. No.
I think it was.
So that was Mr. Sacco. Okay. Very quickly, a couple of things. So there was teachers, we've got teachers,
He's looking.
classmates, and now activities. Now my activities are basically golf and hockey. Although, I will say that I did play freshman football. I can't believe I did this. I did. And in honor of one of our attendees, I will say that I remember getting clocked by Roger Smith at practice.
Yes, Roger.
Where is Roger? Yeah. He was one of our best players. And you have to get on your back, and there's a football there at practice, and I'm on my back, and you're over there, and somebody grabs the football and goes straight at each other. And there's no question, I saw the most beautiful constellation of stars. Oh my God, you were good, and I'll never forget that. Great football player. Mr. Flaherty's class, I remember. I love Mr. Flaherty.
Mr. Connolly.
And then the last thing, the wonderful reception I got during senior year hockey. I played in the first 2 games of the senior year. I finally got halfway decent, and I scored 2 points in the first game, 2 points in the second. And Tom, you showed me Bernie Burns' actual. So we have proof that I goal and assist. Well, the third game was Albany Academy. This big galoot checked me into the boards. I went this way and I broke my wrist. So I was out for the season. Well, I ended up recovering enough to play in the last 2 games. So the second and the last game was at the Clinton Arena, and I didn't know what was going on. But the team held back before we got onto the ice for the first period. So I just went out, and I was the only one on the ice, and they shut the door. And as I'm the only one on the ice, I see this big banner at the head of the arena, and it said, "Potts is back." It was incredible. So I toured the ice by myself all the way around, and all I can say is, what a bunch of great people we are. Thank you. Let's have some good fun.